Everybody, this is Pathmaker7's YouTube channel here. My name's Ryan. Just wanted to get on here and do a quick video and just share some thoughts and trying to encourage the body of Christ as we see the day approaching of Jesus' soon return. And I think all of us who are watching and waiting are probably feeling a little bit of not just anxiety, but are getting tired, getting worn out, including myself. But people getting on and commenting and leaving me some encouraging words, it helps me out as well. And so I want to try and keep putting out videos, when I can, to try and help encourage, especially what we see going on right now in the world stage. I mean, currently, even as we speak right now, I keep having alarms going off on my phone. If you guys haven't got it, it's called Red Alert, and it's I've had this app probably going on 7 years, I would imagine, something like that, maybe a little more. But every time there's a missile that's incoming in Israel, it warns, the people of Israel. And in all the years of having this app, I've never seen it be, this bad. And who knows? I mean, we could be on the brink of not just World War III, but I think really Psalm 83 war and the destruction of Damascus looks like it's pretty imminent. Yeah, I mean, we're just in some interesting times. I mean, if you look at, there's several channels. I'm probably going to put them in the description box below. Got a Minute, Dr. Barry R. Blue Heaven, Barry Scarborough, who quit doing videos. He's going to post comments, I think, every now and then, but he's not going to be doing any videos. God's Roadmap, I think is the name of the channel. Ken Potter. Some recent ones that I've been following. Speaking Truth in Love. Her name's Deborah. She's in Canada, just like Got a Minute. Pretty good channels to watch where the Lord speaks, to the body. I think right now more than ever we just need, unity. When you read chapter 10 in Hebrews, it talks about not forsaking the gathering of the saints as you see the day approaching. And I think that's what a lot of us have done. We've got on here and sought out, not just encouraging words, but also people sharing their dreams, like myself, sharing, testimonies or what the Lord's speaking to them. And, I talk to the Lord all the time, when I wake up, when I go to bed, during the day, and I ask a lot of questions. And even the other night, 2 nights ago, I asked the Lord, I was just talking to the Lord about my own current situation and, just having to rely on Him and trust Him. And so even when I got up in the morning, I was reading my word like I usually do, and the reading for the day was John 14. It's a pretty encouraging one, especially when He's talking about that He's going away to prepare a place for us and that there's many mansions in His Father's house. And if He didn't tell us, these things, if they weren't so, And I think we can see where we're at right now in history, especially what's going on in Israel. I don't see any backing down. I see a lot of things transpiring. Matter of fact, there's a video, I think I'm going to post it as well. There was a kid, he was like 15 years old, and he was in Israel. Some of you probably have seen it. His name was Nathan or Natan, and or some called him Nathan, or some I think called him Nathaniel. But he died, and the Lord showed him basically the end in World War III. It's pretty interesting what he says. Not knowing anything about Christianity, not knowing anything about the Jewish, religion. I think he kind of upset a lot of rabbis and other men that were in the room when he was giving his testimony about what happened. I think I'm going to try and link that in the description as well. But pretty interesting, especially with what we're seeing right now and what's going to transpire. I thought it was pretty interesting. Probably going to go back and rewatch it myself just to gather what it was he said. Also, the other thing I had a couple nights ago was a short little dream, but basically it was a dream of people I used to go to church with, people I used to work with. We were kind of getting together at a small group, and pretty much the gist of the dream was I kept telling everybody that Jesus was coming soon, and all these people that I went to church with, that used to go to church where I used to work, you know, they were just ignoring what I said as they walked away. They weren't even shaking their heads. They were just like it wasn't even a topic of discussion, and they were like a deer in headlights. And the interesting thing is we started this new small group on Tuesday night, and you know, I didn't say anything about, you know, Jesus coming soon. I just brought up a few things. We were in a discussion on topic of, you know, Adam and Eve in the garden in the fall, and you know, I made a couple comments just to see where everybody was at, and it was like a deer in headlights. And to be honest, I was pretty sad, because it's not even just the state of the world, but it's the state of the church. You know, it's just the last church age was the Laodicean church. You know, they're rich, but they're poor. You know, they're blind, they're naked. You know, and then there's a lot of mockery going on. You know, where's the rapture? Where's the sign? Where's the, you know, where's the sign of his coming? And just, you know, that's just seems to be the state of the world right now. But you know, these were things that were prophesied, so that when we saw these things happen, that we know that we were where we were. This is the time in history. You know, and today Israel on the Gregorian calendar turned 73. Of course, the Torah calendar, they're showing the 17th. Could be the day that, you know, Israel turned 73, and you know, we're having all this that's going on right now in Israel going on right around their birthday. I've talked about it before, you know, the 73 years, them being, you know, as a nation, and 7 years of tribulation, and 80 years by strength, which is a prophecy in, you know, Psalms 90:10. But you know, that's a really interesting verse, and I'm going to try and put that in the description as well. You know, speaking of, we will fly away, you know, from the time of Jacob's trouble. So anyways, yeah, I just wanted to get on here and share some of my thoughts, and just try and encourage everybody. I know it seems kind of like a Debbie Downer type situation, but you know what's going on. But I think that, you know, when we see these things going on, and Jerusalem being a couple trembling, and that, you know, these are things for us to look up, because they're signs, you know, of what's about to transpire. I'm gonna try and put out a few more videos, you know, hopefully this weekend. I just wanted to get on here and do a quick video, not make it too long. If you haven't come to Christ, now's the time. I mean, that looks like Jesus is coming soon, and you know, it needs to be like the. If you haven't watched JD Farag, go to his channel as well. He does the ABCs. You know, you just got to admit that you're a sinner. You know, you got to believe on Christ, that he, you know, was crucified and died and rose again, and then you just got to confess with your mouth and believe with, you know, your heart that Jesus is Lord, and that he took our place on the cross. So with that, guys, I just want to make a short video, and just try to encourage everybody to keep watching, and keep we're waiting. And I know you're getting tired. I'm getting tired. I think the body of Christ is getting worn out, those who are watching. I mean, I've been watching my whole life, ever since I was 6 years old when I had my first rapture dream. If you haven't seen that, you can go back and watch that. It's one of my first videos I put out. But yeah, let's keep looking up as we see the day approaching, everybody. And with that, I'll let you go. Have a good evening.